evening, everyone, and welcome to Tales from the Yawning Portal, where a bunch of nerdy-ass guys stare at a camera and play Dungeons & Dragons. Important to remember, we are not affiliated with, endorsed, sponsored, or specifically approved by Wizard of the Coast, LLC. I'm Fausto, I will be your DM for tonight, and these are our players. Ben!
I will be playing Shisa, the Yonti Pureblood Budlock.
Yorit!
I'll be playing Paddy, the crazy-ass dwarf who's currently holding a crazy-ass jar.
Eric!
Hey, playing Mercy, the crazy-ass cat who likes to show off.
Stan!
And I'll be playing Tarlin, the drow archaeologist warlock.
And tonight we are going to miss Davide once again. Apparently the Raven Queen has been calling him more and more lately.
Hashtag bring back Davide.
He may be dead. Who knows? I mean,
Bring him back.
He might be stoned.
that would not be a
contagious.
problem for a servant of the Raven Queen.
Maybe Shadow Throne found out.
Yes, maybe Shadowthrone found out.
I'm very angry. But what can he do? While we're in Sigil, his power means nothing. Can't come chase us down.
It's not
So
like
like
he
next
sent
portal
assassins
open.
or something.
Very well, exactly. Very well.
Look, as long as we hide in Sigil, it's okay. He can't come get us.
Hiding.
Before invasion. In before the invasion.
Remember, Skrull, you can run, but you cannot hide, especially now that you are a stage. But
Well, can I really die as a statue? I think I've won this fight. Just not in a way I enjoy.
yeah.
I think for a statue it's easier to hide than to run.
Than to run. Yeah. I think, yeah.
I think I've won this fight. Checkmate.
Check, yeah.
You hide in plain
Then
sight.
something falls on your statue and it breaks, and you're like,
In fact, Shadowthrone could use you as one of the pawns on his gigantic chess.
But he can't
War.
have my soul. Yet.
No one
Don't break
can.
me, please.
No one can have that soul. Very well then. What happened last? Well, 2 weeks ago. I think we played 2 weeks ago, right? Yeah. Now, if I remember correctly, and I think I do remember correctly, because once again I am going and read what happened last time on the blog that we keep for our adventures. You were still in Sigil. You finally performed this service for the Fated, where you took care of some squatters in a warehouse in the Hive. Unfortunately, on your way to get there, you had this chance encounter with a basilisk, a typical pet of the nobility of Sigil, and and the basilisk, fortunately, petrified our good friend Skrulk.
Scrox petrified himself.
I will have you know, nothing takes Skrulk down, but Skrulk takes Skrulk down.
That is a fact. Even
Is it-
though the basilisk had the power of petrifying creatures, the true petrification happened because of a cursed item that Skrulk found in some abandoned tomb not too long ago.
How do you beat a kobold? You throw up a mirror. Obviously.
Be that as it may, luckily our heroes met a good old friend Mercy, who accompanied them in their quest. We have now taken care of the squatters, and we have returned to the Yawning Portal, where I think you are now on the map. Yeah, you should be. Looking for, I don't know, a way to fix this. Someone from the Harmonium had suggested that you speak with an individual called Tripicus. He wasn't very detailed about who or what this creature was, if I remember correctly. Did they give you a description of the guy? No. Well, then, yeah, all you have is a name, and that name is Tripicus.
Well, one of the things that does still kind of needs to be addressed from the in-between session.
Oh yeah, sure.
Paddy stumbles in from the outside after having said he was going to relieve himself for a bit. He looks somewhat dazed, confused, and splattered in brown gore. He's carrying a jug with him. He's like,
That looks like usual business when a dwarf goes to relieve himself.
well, I didn't leave the bar with the jug, you see. So that's a new thing. And I will just go up to my newfound friends and say, if a rabbit offers you eggs, don't accept them.
I feel like there's a story here.
Yeah, Patty, is there a story there?
There was this crazy ass wizard, and he's needed a spell book or something, and I had to go with him to some place, and then we were set upon by friendly buddies that gave us exploding eggs that tried to kill me, and it was quite a long tale. But in the end, I pulled through, and we found the spell book, which came to life and tried to violently murder us. Everything out there tried to murder me. It was a very comforting sort of experience, you know.
A murderous living spellbook. That sounds amazing.
Yes, the strangest thing was, the more spells were cast at it, the weaker it got. But then, whenever the wizards were not casting spells, it got stronger again. Very, very peculiar. Nice people.
Right.
How many wizards
Didn't
were there?
ask their name. What?
Okay. I do think we need to talk about what the word friendly means, though.
Yes.
Okay, let me actually open and close some brackets here because this is actually something interesting. For our loyal viewers, what Paddy is referring to is that last week on Monday, members of Fumbles and Fame, they had a one-shot game crossover, yeah, where players used characters from different campaigns to play in the same game. So for those of you that are still wondering, should I join Fumbles and Fame or not? You should, because this can happen. If you have a character and suddenly somebody says, "Hey, let's just play and meet with people from different campaigns," you can do this. Join the community, join the party, join the adventure.
Join the Discord.
I think I did. Yeah, join the Discord. I think I did some advertising here. No, but this is actually something I really enjoy, of some kind of shared community thingamajig. Like this stuff should happen more often. Then we will have to make this stuff happen more often. Crossovers.
It's not
All I can
impossible.
say-
It's not impossible.
Okay,
All
so
I
yeah,
can say is beware the fucking dungeons. Don't trust their loot. Don't become a stoner.
don't become
Unless that gives me more power, and then do that.
Right. I still
Right.
have some unidentified loot from that dungeon as well.
Oh, really?
Don't trust it.
Yeah, like a silver powder that was what
Don't
we
snort
believe
it.
was some kind of sleeping potion.
Ah, fuck it. Let's just snort it. At this point, what's the worst it can do? Make us awake?
Perhaps it is worth mentioning that this was possible because of Fumbles and Fames, but the other thing that was possible is this. Yes, this ancient curse was on the item, that scroll had in his person. However, the random encounter with the basilisk would not have happened without the community, because that was actually someone who spent their XP in chat and drew up an easy, quote-unquote, encounter.
Mm.
And our nefarious dungeon master had something up his sleeve.
Yeah, everything was planned from the beginning.
Yeah, it's a weak enemy, so Skroak will use the stoning thing.
Yeah.
Look, everybody, if there's one bit of advice from yours truly, don't give the dungeon master the advantage. Give yourself it. Take yourself out.
Take yourself out. That's a great suggestion.
To dinner.
Paddy, take yourself out. Okay,
Don't
Paddy
go the wrong
is,
places.
recounted us his escapade with this weird wizard.
His name
And,
was Burnaby or something.
But who was there actually? I'm actually interested. Sorry, so many questions.
I was there as a gag.
Ah, you were there as Gak. Okay, very well. And
I was there as IU.
all right. Okay.
It was 3 people from Ben's game with Patty
Alright.
from this game.
Okay.
I was
okay.
replacing the mighty Zardas.
Okay, I think
Someone
A mighty hard ass.
your choice of words may be incorrect.
The mighty
And-
hard ass
As
is what you meant to say.
Zadas is irreplaceable. But okay, that's fine.
I couldn't
all
tell the
right.
difference. They're both, they're both short. They're both thin. What's the difference?
Zardas was on holiday in Italy.
Yeah.
Look, we just paint.
I
We
just
just
see.
paint the dwarf blue. Hand him a giant axe. What's the difference, right?
Put him on stilts. Put him on stilts. Let him shout Poseidon. He doesn't know what it is.
Oh, good
all
God.
right.
Yes.
So yeah, you're there at the bar recounting stories. And yeah, what's your plan? Would you like
Well,
to-
Shisa would like to stroll up to the bar and give Donan one look over. Then she'll just...
welcome back, Shisa.
Thank you, Donan. I was wondering about a particular individual. Might you know something? And
I know people in Sigil, so maybe I can.
she'll put 5 gold down on the table.
He will rapidly clean the counter.
Yeah. Sorry, what was the name of this person again?
Stripicus.
Tripicus. Looking for someone or something by the name of Tripicus.
See that he makes an half laugh. Says, "Well, I guess it's your lucky night." And he points at farther down the bar at this humanoid bear, a bit south of your position.
Ah.
There, you see, there is this big humanoid shape. His head is undeniably that of a bear, though he does speak with a woman next to him. She looks like an elf with fiery red hair, and the bear himself is dressed in a robe. You see that he has on the counter next to a few books, which he's leaning, and he seems to be discussing history or geography with the woman next to him. Something about a place where he has never been, but that he has studied.
Shisa would like to sort of listen intently for a little bit, looking for an opportunity to step into the conversation.
All right. You hear that they are talking. It seems that the guy has some friends at the sensates. Like he's talking about a classroom that he keeps at the sensate.
Oh, yes.
headquarters.
Yes, it's coming back to me now.
And it's like I was discussing my studies that I made about Athos, desert world, and they did not seem to have ever heard of that. Have I ever told you about the Green Age and the Blue Age of
Does
the
the
world of
does the
Athos?
lady look highly interested in this story?
The elven woman does not look interested at all in this story.
All right. So, as he's going on, do you think Paddy could sneak into conversation with the lady?
Sure.
Great. So, I'll go up to the lady and I'll tap her and I'll go, milady, if you have a moment.
Yes, please. She says.
There is something I need to ask you, like 5 meters from here.
Maybe 5 feet would be enough. And she kind of moves this direction. And Trip is like, oh no, I completely understand.
Well, Shisa moves in at the same time and says, "No, please, do go on. It's so interesting. Say, aren't you one of the sensates? I myself am a neophyte member. You might have heard of me. I am Shisa."
Shisa? He says, well, the name is not, it reminds me of something. Yes. He says, well, I'm not a sensate per se. I do give lessons at the Civic Feast Hall. Yes, history lesson, geography lesson.
Very interesting.
Yes. My field of expertise is actually the prime material plane.
I see. We
See
have
all these
visited many.
planeswalkers. Is it true?
Yes. I
Oh, please
myself
do
am
tell.
from a place called Earth. Have you heard of it?
Of course I have heard of it.
Oh, yes.
In fact, everybody here goes talking about Toriel and another very famous prime material. But Earth, I'm telling you, is where everything began. In fact,
Since they're talking about
Yes.
like prime material history, I am trying to join in as well.
okay. Well, you see, Tripicus doesn't mind that at all. Like he sees you joining in, and he's more than happy to keep
Yes,
rambling about
yes.
that. He says, Ort is one of the very first prime material world discovered by planeswalkers. You know, the famous Circle of Eight, conclave of the most powerful wizards
Yes,
of
yes,
the
Morgan
multiverse was
Caden.
originating there. Yes, indeed. Many spells are named after him. Him being, of course, the creator and inventor of those spells. It is a pleasure to know you, Shisa.
Yes, I come from the Amido jungles.
Yes, of course. He looks at you. He says, "The perfect climate for those of your race. I clearly understand. Myself, I've never visited, but I would love to conduct a study about the great UNT Empire of old."
Oh, yes, that is a topic of much interest for me. In fact,
Oh, what
it is
what
tied to my
lucky
past.
coincidence!
You should have seen my original performance. You would have had somewhat of a history lesson.
Oh, well, then for sure I will not miss the next. Then see, I do not have a lot of time, but I'm pretty sure I can make some time if it's about history and the prime material world.
Yes.
He also turns to Tali and he says, "Are you also from Earth?"
I'm from Toril.
Toriel, he says. Oh well, yeah, we get.
I'm a bit of a historian myself.
Is it true? Wonderful. Oh, then we should compare notes. You know, I'm
nerd.
much interested in that period of time that you call the time of trouble in Toriel. Oh, what a wonderful, exciting time.
Yes, exactly. It was.
What?
Do you know what the time of travel is, Talon?
um.
Otherwise, you can roll a history check. We can
Yeah.
choose either history
I'll-
or religion.
Yeah, I'll roll history. Out of character, I believe it was like between
You know,
second and third edition, right?
Yeah, actually, it
was
second.
second edition.
Okay, so yeah, you do know what the time of travel was. It was actually a time in the Forgotten
Baldur's
Realms
Gate.
of Toriel when
Yeah, with when the gods walked in their
the
mortal
Earth,
forms,
exactly.
right?
That's
Yeah.
correct. So somebody stole the tablets of fate from the overgod Io or Ao. I don't know how to pronounce it. And he sent them all in human form on Toriel and said, "Until those tables don't come out, you are all screwed."
And that's exactly what Ball did. He screwed everything he could see.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you definitely know what he's talking about, and he says, "But what a wonderful luck to have two primes here at the same time as me. Please allow me to offer you a drink, Dernan, a tea, and what do you drink?"
A wine, please.
I would
Yes,
like.
yes,
Yes, some kind of venom would be good.
and of course, he says, of course. Dernan, of course, has these and more. So he eventually serves you what you need. And yeah, well, Tripicus is there. He could go on talking about the prime material plane for hours and hours if you let him.
Well, I'd rather interject at a certain point. Despite the fact that he definitely does pique Shisa's interest with his knowledge of ancient Yuan-Ti empires of Earth. However, she would at some appropriate moment draw the conversation towards magic and in particular petrification.
All right. All right. When you do turn the conversation that direction, yeah. Well, he says, I do know something about magic. Being a wizard myself. Not to mention the innate magical abilities of my people. Um, but what is it that you seek?
You see, one of our friends may have acquired a cursed item, and a unfortunate run-in with a basilisk resulted in his immediate petrification. So now we are in possession of some very special statuary.
I see. Oh well, this is most unfortunate. Really.
Yes,
Sorry for your friend, of course.
indeed.
Um,
But a little birdie did mention that perhaps one of your knowledge might know a way to remove such a curse.
well, maybe you should show me your friend.
My friend? Oh, yes. But who has him? Was it Scroll? No, Paddy?
Well, he's standing right over there at the end. We kinda we had to put him up somewhere.
Oh well, then Tripicus, moves that way. I guess it goes to heaven.
Oh, there he is there.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the unfortunate fellow.
Good at hiding.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah. See.
Passive
No.
stealth checks and such.
And he's standing as still as Nuada.
How does he do it?
How does he do it? Indeed.
Right. So I
Yes.
was accosting the elven lady.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
and I will ask of her, like, this might be a bit of a queer question, but do you perchance know anything about petrification spells? Or people that could solve those?
She looks at you, and she says, "Well, I know what a petrification spell is. I've seen a couple of individuals being turned to stone here and there. Ever fought a Medusa, dwarf?"
Can't say that I have, but then again, the memory gets blurry after a couple of years.
Yeah, well, those primes, they always go put themselves into some kind of trouble, and then they come here to the Great Plains, and they expect we, people that are really in the know, to solve their problems for them. I mean, don't you get tired of this? Where are you from, dwarf?
That's a very good question. Small town with a monastery.
Yeah, which plane?
Mine?
She looks at you like you're clueless, right?
Or he has his own plane.
Well, yes.
You're a prime, right?
Probably.
Okay, roll me a charisma check with disadvantage, Patty.
As this is going on, Mercy, just to make it worse for him,
Uh-huh.
Minor Illusions a bouquet of flowers around his head.
Oh my god.
0. Okay, nice.
Patty knows all the things about none other thing.
She put down her drink. You see, it's some kind of fiery liquid, like there are actual flames coming out of the glass. She puts it down. Her eyes get much more intense, color red, and her hair almost looks like it's about to go on fire. She looks at you and says, "I have a message for you, Prime. The plains are not the place for you and your kind. Go back home and live a long, clueless life." And she puts down the glass and starts to move away.
Alright, guess she doesn't know the solutions, so...
Mercy leans. I was like, "Don't worry about it. She was a stiff. Just who cares?"
Right. Those are the worst. I grab myself a new drink.
Actually, Mercy, since you have conversation a bit more from around here, you can roll me a history check.
No, yeah, I'm real good at those. Um, uh, no,
Yeah,
not worth knowing.
yeah.
This
Well,
is like
you know.
there is this boat, and both Mercy and me are sitting in it, and we're just rolling on zeros.
Look, if it was about that lady, not important enough to know. If it's
Okay.
about the planes, who cares? Wherever I go is where I am.
You see this woman behind the counter now as Mir. How would you pronounce that name? Mir,
Mayor.
Mir,
Mare.
Mir.
Mare.
Meh.
Mare. Mare.
The innkeepress. And,
Mary? Mary? Mary! She's
Mary?
called Mary!
No,
yeah! Yeah!
Mary. Come on. Okay, fine, Mary. And,
Well, that's what it says! Someone's being a smart one.
yeah. She's like, don't mind Kirli. She's a planarist.
She's what now?
A planarist.
Mercy kind of nudges him on the shoulder. It's kind of like someone who's racist, but she cares about what plane you're from. Like that
Oh.
matters.
Yeah.
Stupid bigot. Don't worry about it.
Okay, let's rewind a little bit more. What's racist?
No, she's not racist. She's planarist. You know, like
it's
she
somewhat like
considers people from the prime plane like they do not belong here.
Oh, right. Well, that
But
explains quite a lot.
I say, as long as people have an open smile and some coin, they all belong here.
Mostly the coin, right?
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, thank you for your kind words. Here's a gold.
Wow, thank you, Paddy. Right
Yes.
here, have a beer. All right.
I like where this is going.
Yeah. All right. So back to Tripicus. Yeah, he's having a look at the scroll. He says, "Well, you would need some sort of way to remove this curse. The way I see it, you have two options. Either a powerful servant of the gods, someone that can restore and nullify powerful curses, or as an alternative, a powerful wizard, someone that could actually cast the reverse formula of turning someone to stone on your friend."
Skrulk standing there with a look of incredible fear on his face as if he's screaming, just ah!
Stone to flesh.
Yes, exactly what I meant. Yes.
I have heard of this ancient spell.
Yes. Well, only the most powerful wizard can do that.
Yes. You mentioned magic.
Yes. You know, there is many wizards, of course, here in Sigil, but you know, their services do not go cheap, of course. And what I'm saying is, Jink is not what they are always looking for.
I see. Yes, it seems most people are more interested in services.
That is a
I-
fact.
Could maybe make a deal at the Hall of Records.
We do specialize in that. Services, that is.
I should report
dangerous
there
kind.
anyway for what we have done.
Oh, maybe you know, since you are so familiar with the primate, you know, plane, sometimes I could hire you for some expedition to the Prime.
Yes. Yes, you could.
Very well. Let me
gladly.
note this down in this little book that I have here, which is connected with the DM hints for new scenarios.
How not metagamey?
The book is called The Fourth Wall.
Yeah.
The book is called Word, MS Word.
I'm afraid, me personally, I can't do much for little friend. But maybe Unity of Rings could do something for him. He's an angel, and he's quite good at this kind of restorative magic. Not sure if he has ever restored a petrified person, unless you know some other wizard or somebody with someone that can help you in this kind of situation.
Perhaps there are some closer than we know.
I should have asked Barnaby.
I would like to perform.
Yes.
Make up a song that describes Skrulk and his state, and appeals to anyone here that might have the power to help magically.
All right.
There once was a tiny kobold, and he was really rich.
Go ahead.
But I'm not a musician. This is just like inspiration.
Paddy just starts writing the
Drunk
lyrics
singing.
for Shisa.
Yeah, you're just drunk singing over there. You're an idiot savant. Come on.
Okay.
There once was a tiny kobold, and he was really rich. And then he met a basilisk and got stoned off his tits. We really need to save him and save him really fast. And if you could do that, money.
You'll make money pretty fast. Mercy,
Well-
finish it.
Well, not bad. Although you rhyme
Shisa
fast.
turns around offended.
Okay.
Mercy ain't a rhymer.
Paddy, you have inspiration for your improvisation. And,
Oh, God.
She's Tripicus bows and goodbyes. But he certainly wants to speak more with that come from the Prime. But okay, so then you want to perform here to appeal to whomever may have the power
Yes.
to heal your friend, right? Okay, very well. Thanks to the wonderful inspiration of provided by the wordsmith Paddy.
Yeah. -1 charisma, bitches.
You can
Dr. Patty to you.
you can roll a performance check with
With
advantage.
advantage. All right. Here I
Dramatic
go.
pause.
He's 17.
A 17. All right. The crowd listens to you. What about Skrulk himself? Put him somewhere where he's in view, or
Yeah, I guess maybe I need to gather
Help
people.
carry him.
Mercy will walk over, being taller than Patty, and probably about as strong as Patty, I think, or close. Lift him up, Patty. You can help if you want.
okay,
Make
where do
it
you want me?
normal.
Where do you want me to put him?
I'll put his feet up.
On the bar. Put him on the bar.
On the bar. Okay, so very well.
Put like a gold coin. Like, sorry.
I don't think
Put it,
Donan
like, right on
wants
his
Shisa on the bar.
Don't say
Okay.
that. We do have a dwarf in the party.
So
I'll put some dancing lights around the statue to put some more
great.
attention to the show.
Christmas tree, yo, Christmas tree.
you see that as they attract somebody's attention here, you see a man standing up from his chair. He was there talking with this elven woman you saw before, Paddy, a tiefling, and a weird creature that looks a bit like a humanoid well, it has a general humanoid shape, but his head is kind of insectoid and it has 6 arms. But the man himself, he looks you in very tanned, like he's been in the sun a lot, or maybe it's just his natural pigmentation. And he seems to approach. Well, he does approach, looking at you, and he says, "Damn, good evening. I am Abdul. Can I
Well-
be of some service?"
Perhaps. Do you wield the power of the gods or are a great wizard?
I serve the god Thoth.
Toth.
Thoth,
Who
god of
is-
knowledge.
Ooh, that is
Oh.
an admirable quality
Oh no.
in a god.
Oh no.
And I understand that your friend is a situation.
Yes. He has been petrified by a basilisk and a cursed item.
This is most unfortunate.
Yes, we are seeking a way to return him to fluid form.
Yes, I understand. This is something I could be helping with. Then again, you must understand. Maybe you are bubbers, maybe you are cutters, maybe you are blades. I do not know that.
I'm a drinker, does that help?
He laughs a bit.
We are a little bit of everything, you see. We are
Yes.
adventurers, quite capable ones indeed, and not
I
without
understand.
wealth.
Well, you see, I am with a mercenary group, so to say. Well, more like a crew. Yes?
A crew of what?
We are astral sailors.
I sailed up
Sounds
an arse.
familiar.
No, wait.
You
Yes.
ever heard of an astral ship?
You mean like a spelljammer?
No. Something completely different. A spelljammer that will travel between the crystal spheres. You know crystal spheres.
Not a clue, mate.
No, not important. Not important. An astral ship travels between the planes of existence.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
So it can move between worlds. And
Between
planes.
Between
Yes,
planes.
Yes.
You can go from the astral plane. You can go to everywhere you want. Well, you have to find the right tool.
I see.
And no, not important. Not important. We're not here for a lesson in planar geography, are we?
No. I feel like you want payment. Mercy just kind of shrugs like, am I on the right? Am I getting this right?
Were they saying?
I'm not getting payment. I'm getting services. They're looking for our services.
Oh, right.
Oh. They're not looking. Okay.
What?
Right. So, what does he want?
Yes. What kind of trade are you proposing, Mr. Abdul? If that
Well,
is your
you see-
title, perhaps you have another title. Priest? Is it like father or high one? or-
Abdul, it's enough. What's in a name after all?
Letters. I know that one.
Yes.
Shisa
You're a funny.
Azukali.
You're a funny.
It is a good name, and it is mine. Now you know it.
Very
Alright,
well, very
I'm Paddy. Hello, Abdul.
Nice to meet you, Paddy. I've seen you here before. You can.
I do quite a lot of that, yes.
Pretty proficient.
In any case, I can help your friend. Of course, you must understand. This is a ritual, a prayer that requires some very expensive material,
Yes.
which of course you will have to pay from your own pocket.
Of
How
course.
expensive
Goes without
are we
saying.
talking?
Very well then. Maybe we should go in the back, and we will perform this ritual.
Yes, but how much will it cost us?
Let me see. Is he a very good friend of yours?
I met him, but he seemed kinda nice.
Do you care for him?
I haven't changed his trousers when he wet himself. But then again, he hasn't wet himself since he turned into stone.
Well, then I suppose that 300 gold will be enough.
Right.
Mercy will pitch in 200 gold right away. He's like, I don't care about money, just take it. That doesn't mean nothing to me.
I'll put up the other 100.
Okay, that's convenient.
Yeah, Mercy does not give a shit about money.
And I kinda like the little guy.
Life is more important than this material stuff.
Okay. Do you all
Well
together?
said.
Do you all together pitch in the money?
It sounds like
No,
it was
we-
already solved
cleared
with,
it.
between Paddy and
Okay,
Mercy.
that's great. Okay, then just update. Now, Skrulk, I have a question for you. Do you remember?
I have an answer.
Yes. Do you remember when you stole some kind of obsidian?
I do.
Yeah. Did you ever had it identified
Appraised?
or
No.
appraised or something? No.
No, I didn't. Hadn't gotten around to it at that point. Because I
Okay,
went
but-
to sleep, and then we went on that adventure.
Okay, very well. Because that's the thing. When you turn to stone, you see that everything that's on you turns to stone, except your magical items. Huh? So I'm supposing you had that thing somewhere in the folds of your clothes,
I probably
So
had. He probably had it like in his little bag where he carries
in
everything.
a pocket or something like that. Okay, then yeah, then we wouldn't see
Oh,
we wouldn't see it right now. But okay. Then he said, okay,
Quite a stroke of luck.
let us go to the back, and we will perform the ritual. At the same time, as I was telling you, we will be remembering you, and who knows, maybe sometime we may be calling on you to come on our Astro ship, do a job or two for us.
It sounds like an adventure.
Very
It
well.
sounds like we'll be paid
Sure.
then for aiding, right?
Yes, of course. We are just looking for cut.
Perfect. I cut things. I've got knacks.
That's
Never
that's
gets
up.
me.
Don't worry.
Can
Very well. Thanks to Dernan, you get this private room here, where there is a table, let's say,
Oh, yes.
and he brings it there, and he says maybe not too many people, it's a thing, and he goes there, and in fact you see that.
How about you guys handle this, and I'll already be leaving. I have a walk to go to the Hall of Records.
Right. Do you need company for that?
I'll be fine.
Alrighty then.
All right. So you see that Abdul takes this diamond from his pouch, and he holds it in one hand, and then he pronounces some words on scroll. Can you see that the diamond in his hands to turn to dust, and he spread this dust on scroll. And he says, by the power of thought, come back. And then you see that the stony form of scroll seems to dissipate, and from under the stone, a flesh and bones scroll comes back.
The first thing that happens the moment Skrulk is unpetrified is intense screaming, followed by the words motherfucker and draconic, and then incredible amounts of laughter as he falls back. He's like, ha 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 ha! I knew this would turn out terrible! Fuck!
Abdul looks at Shisa and Paddy and says, if you want me to cure his mind, this would be additional.
No, this
No.
is fine.
We'll cure him with alcohol.
Skrulk takes
Yes, that
bracelet off.
is always a good solution.
Skrulk takes the bracelet off and just tosses it to the corner.
Paddy will
Well,
take the bracelet.
Skrulk, I think that there is a problem there.
Aw.
Because You really like that bracelet.
Oh god.
It's like that's my favorite bracelet ever.
I'm never taking
It
this
tries to
bracelet off.
kill me.
I take it off, and as I'm like about to throw, I'm like, wait, I really love this bracelet.
You know, in
Kid,
fact,
put it back
in
on.
fact, that's the thing. Way things went. I mean, it could have been the basilisk petrifying you. You know,
Could've.
like
Could've.
nobody.
I still
really,
think he
re-
takes
nobody
it
really
off,
knows.
kisses it, puts it back on.
So you really like that bracelet.
My bracelet. This won't backfire again, I promise.
Very well then. You stay at the Yawning. You sleep here. Where do I find you?
Who is this guy?
Halfway between awake and passed out.
We can
So
most
mostly here.
frequently be seen here, yes. You can leave word with Durnan if nothing else.
Yes. Then I will do that. And if you do not need anything more from me, I will wish you good night.
Well, thank you very much, Abdul. I will make sure that you get free tickets to my next performance.
Oh, that
and
I would very much enjoy.
go and have a drink on me.
That I will also do with the money you just. May Tot be with you.
Yes,
Yeah,
may he
may-
be with us.
Things.
Scroll doesn't say a thing anymore now that he's noticed who's in here.
Well, Scrog, it's good to have you back.
Yeah, that was
Uh,
incredibly terrifying
Thank
and
the
somewhat
nice,
tickling.
thank the nice lady. She kind of paid for quite a lot of your restoration.
Who?
Points at
Oh.
Mercy.
Yes, it was Mercy.
That comes the part where you have to play two cards.
Fuck.
Do another. Just go like.
Yes, go Golemless.
They kind of look at each other.
We got a cheers from Xilium.
Hey,
Hey.
welcome to the party.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Skrulk and Mercy kind of like share this look at each other. And Skrulk goes to say something, and she just waves her hand and walks off to the bar.
Right.
It's that simple. Mercy just does not care.
That's the way she is.
Yes,
This was story worthy, and she's happy.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Of course.
I will get busy with the background change while you guys continue. Maybe we switch over to Talon.
Yeah. So who are you now? Scroll convert.
We're gonna go with Skrulk because he's the main guy. Mercy is my backup.
He's the main man. Here we go.
Mm-hmm. Mercy acts
Right
as my
there,
backup
stealing
whenever.
shit.
Oh yeah. Speaking of stealing shit, I need to go steal more shit.
Or get the shit you stole identified.
Look, I don't know offense yet, okay?
Right, I've got this wonderful new drink thing going on. Do you want to try it, Scrog?
What are we talking about?
So I uncork a jug that I have, and I go like, bunny juice.
What?
Scroll kind of just gives you this odd, like,
And then I pour it into a glass.
Bunny juice. Ugh, gee.
Weren't you going to go with Talon?
No, he said he didn't need me, so.
Oh, poor Paddy.
so can someone run me by what I've missed? Because I feel like I've been away for a very long time.
No, you weren't. You're practically not even out for a day.
Not even a day? Are you sure? Because that felt incredibly odd.
Well, we couldn't leave our poor friend be like all lawn ornamenty.
There we go. Scrolled it.
Scroll bit. Yeah, so bunny juice.
Yes, it's this cream liqueur. But bunny juice just sounds very much more interesting.
We'll think of a name. later, but sure, I'll give it a try. I guess I owe someone enough. He'll just take it and down it immediately. Throat is very dry.
It's creamy, chocolatey. If you've ever drunk Bailey's, it's kind of in that vein, but
Oh,
with a
never
hint
had
of rum.
I've never had Bailey's, but you know what I have had? Buttery nipples. I'm gonna assume it's like buttery nipples, which is an alcohol.
Don't
Not
judge
what you think it is.
What?
My mom used to work in a strip club as a bartender.
Is
My
this
mom used to
Skrulk?
work in a strip.
Who is this now? Skrulk or
Scroll creep.
Eric.
Alright!
My mom used to be a bartender in a strip club.
Alright.
Okay.
And she used to serve this drink called buttery nipples.
Buttery nipples. Okay, well, like
We're learning important things about
I get-
beers here
I
today.
guess our public is above 18, and that's fine. So buttery nipples. Yeah, that's good. That said,
It's more caramel than chocolate, but
but
you could supplement that in if you wanted.
yes. Okay, great. So I guess you have
Now
a
his
drink.
mom is calling him on it.
And you're,
Like, stop telling people I work in a strip joint.
Correction, guys. Correction. It was butterscotch rum and Bailey's. There you go.
Bailey's.
okay.
Buttery nipples.
Is that your mother correcting you about
Yeah, that's mom.
the pie, mom?
Hi,
You
Mom.
want to inform these people of all the wonderful
Yes,
alcohol
yes,
you used to
please.
make? All right. Well, you enjoy your day.
Why don't I have such an interest? Okay, let's say.
Oh,
Okay, it's
Eric, we learn more and more about you with every passing week.
This is D&D, guys.
More like Mom and Mead.
All right. So, yeah. What else? What do you want to do? Where are you going, Charlie?
To the Hall of Records
He's
to
got a
report
test,
my
doesn't he?
success.
Oh yeah, of course. So you were going to the Old Record to report to. Do you remember who gave you this task?
That demon.
Yes. Ichthus.
Yes,
Ichthus the Nicolot.
exactly.
This guy.
Wait. Did you share the picture or?
No, just the name, but I can also share a picture.
I've put the map up at least.
Yeah. I know it was an ugly bastard.
He
Or at
definitely
least-
was. Yeah.
I think so.
Here we'll put it. We'll put it both on Twitch and in Roll20. There you
Ah, yeah, that guy.
Okay.
go. Yes, he's like ogre size, greenish demon-like creature.
Very nice.
Because who do you want as a teacher? But Ichthus. So yeah, then you will eventually go back to Vadent, where you can report on this. Ichthus is there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will present the wizard's spell book.
All right.
Wave it to him like, I have completed your task. There's a warehouse full of merchandise waiting for you.
Very well. His voice in your brain, like you see that he has this unsettling thing where he moves his mouth in a way, making growls in abyssal and infernal, but then you hear a different sound inside your mind as he speaks to you with telepathy, which is pretty unsettling.
I will respond in with telepathy of my own.
All right. Okay. So, are you giving him the book?
He can have the book. I already went through it and there were 0 spells in there that were
That you are
useful.
interested. Okay, very well. Then he does take the book. He says, "Is the issue with the squatter?"
Yes, there were a band of anarchists and they are now feeding the worms.
Oh, I see. I see that there is evil streak in you, Talin. I like that. Not all the faded
Ah,
understands that a problem needs to be solved completely.
good or evil is all relative. I did what had to be done.
Relative, you say? Interest. Yes. I think there will be more work from me to you, Talin. I could mentor you in the ways of the fated. But
And what would the price for that mentorship be?
oh well, this is something we will have to detail. But see, fated collect taxes. They collect what is due to them, of course. Which here in Sigil mostly mean money, jink, property. But you see, where I come from, we collect a different kind of currency.
Souls, right?
Ah, the sweet taste. Talin, are you familiar with the handling of souls?
More or less.
Well, money can buy you castles, but souls will grant you immortality. This is all a discussion for another time. Now, let's go to Aram and let us tell him how you wonderfully succeeded in your quest. And indeed, together with Ikfas, make your way to Aram Oakright office, dwarf factor,
The what?
Dwarven fucktard.
factard.
That sounds there are many.
What was the exact title again? Factol or factol?
So the factol is the leader of a faction. So every faction only has one factol, and that
Okay.
would be
Yeah,
so your
that would be
faction-
that human noble that we
That would be
learned
yeah,
about.
exactly. While then there are different levels of power in each faction, and sometimes they have. Now, if I go and check regarding the faded, I would see that.
Which you can also handily find on the blog.
Thank you very much for reminding me. For example, you just joining the faded, you will now become a taker. That's the title that you have when you join. The second rank of being a faded is factotum, and the third rank is a factor. So Aram Oakright is a factor, which is like second in command to the factor. But when Ikfas, who is a factotum instead, really when he reports on what you have done, Adam clearly he accepts what happened. Seeing that Ikfas is so pleased with what you have done, he suspects that something went a bit in the extreme way of solving this issue. But okay, he cannot deny the fact that you have solved the issue, and he will induct you into the fated. There isn't really a ceremony that does this. There is more like an exchange of a shaking of hands, and like you are granted this scroll with a sigil, kind of like a degree in a way that makes you an official taker of the fated.
Do I see any small letters on the scroll, or
Roll me
a what?
investigation check.
Okay. Sorry, you cut out.
Pass.
Intimidation, practically the same.
Oh, sorry, I misclicked.
Not the same.
Investigation is 1 point less.
1 point left. Okay, very well. So there is a bit an explanation of what you are supposed to do as a fader. The most important thing for you, in one of the previous sessions, you will not accept charity, and you will always demand or provide services before payment is rendered, and you always strive towards self-reliance.
Yes.
So
I imagine I had read those basics already in the,
yeah,
during my study.
yes. So everything you do must be paid for, and everything someone does for you must pay for, or there must be an exchange. You don't accept charity gifts. You always must do something for something. Plus, I suppose you already know what you get in exchange. You can put weapons
I
and
had
tools
a
of your
look,
choice.
yes.
Yeah, and then you can spend your inspiration. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, very well. So you have now been inducted into it. Also, very important. There is some, so to say, RP rewards for being part of a faction. She said it's actually the same also for you, Sensei. First of all, you will always have food and lodging at the headquarters of your faction. So if you want to move here, you can, instead of staying at the Yawning portal.
Yeah, I've already paid for a private room at Portal for a
Yeah,
month,
that's
so
correct. But I mean, in case you wanna have
Yeah.
a crash, you can also.
yeah, it's good to
And
have
also,
a backup.
every faction maintains a permanent portal to the outer plane that is related and connected with their faction. So, for example, Shisa, the Sensates, they keep a permanent portal that brings to Elysium, and the Fated, they maintain a permanent portal that leads to Isgard.
Isgard. Okay.
Isgard, yes. In case you may find need to go to these specific planes, as a member of the faction, you may require the permanent portal belonging to your faction.
Have I learned anything about the plane of Isgard in my study to join the Fated?
Roll me either an Arcana wisdom check.
It's basically Asgard.
Yes. Okay, very well. Okay, to immediately by the issue about Isgard and Asgard. Isgard is the plane of existence. Asgard, it's a realm in that plane of existence. Okay, so you do know, without going too much how many layers is Isgard composed of. The main important thing is that, as you might expect, the home of the Norse gods, so Odin and Thor, these are
Freya.
Tyr and Freya. Yeah, these are all gods in D&D cosmology. So yeah, they live there. Most importantly, Isgard plays every plane of existence in the Great Wheel is aligned within a line. So Isgard, it's very focused on the alignment of chaotic and good. So
Sounds like a weird choice for the Fated, but
well,
sure.
yeah, the thing is that chaotic good is mostly it also means self-reliance. Like, nobody can tell me what is right. I know what is right. So I don't necessarily follow the laws of what society has imposed me, but I make my own destiny, and I know how to behave. At the
Which
same
is
time,
quite risky in a tax taker.
which you see, the thing with the fate is that they only want to take, rarely want to give. While at the same time they try to balance the dichotomy of always only being paid but paying for the service. Anyhow, so Isgard is of course a plane where glory and honor in battle is also revered. Um, if you find yourself in need to the Jormungand with the gods of the Norse pantheon, may have needs to go there.
Let's go challenge Odin to a duel. That won't turn out wrong.
Let's go challenge Thor to a
We,
drinking
we may
challenge.
we may need
Yeah,
to.
let's
Rec-
go.
As long as you link the drinking horn to the ocean, you're kind of safe.
Yes, that's the sign.
Let's go. Let's go.
All
Can only
right.
go wrong.
Yeah,
Um,
that's correct.
So yeah, you're officially a member of the Faded. Anyone else want something else?
I need to get this stuff identified, but also since Skrulk is now
Well,
available
one-
to do stuff.
Tarlin can do
leaker
it, right?
stuff.
I could identify things with some time, yeah, as a ritual.
Oh yeah, of course.
I will drop
Um,
stuff off for you to do that then.
But yeah, when I make my way back to the portal, I would. Yeah, maybe we should accept Akeen's offer after all, or do you still want to look around for better offers for our trade?
Oh yeah, you still had a option, if I remember correctly. One was Esteban, and the
Yeah.
other one was the Gentleman.
I'm starting to think, Skrulk personally is starting to think that that demon, I can't remember what his name was, might be our best choice. He doesn't really care about who owned it before.
Akeem.
The friendly fiend, right? Yeah.
Friendly.
And well, I figured the bag he was offering us would be quite useful. Plus, I could really use that scroll he was adding in.
Was he the one that was like talking about being able to get more Batorian steel?
Also,
that
yes.
as well.
Awesome.
Well, yes, okay. It seems like the right place to go.
Indeed.
Alright.
Darla. Later, I'm going to need you to identify everything on me again because I'm starting to feel very, very worried.
Okay, just give me some time. I will need like 10
Except the
minutes
bracelet.
per item,
Don't
I
touch the
believe,
bracelet.
to identify.
Don't
I
touch
won't
the
touch the bracelet, that's
Don't
fine.
touch the
Let me check here. Identify. Yeah, so I can only cast it as a ritual. I think that would cost me 10
Okay,
minutes.
I'm going to suppose that this is really happening in one day and or night. This is like
Yeah.
the few days that you are still there in Sigil.
Yeah, alright.
We don't have to cramp everything in. Okay, but what are we identifying? I don't remember. What do you guys?
Well, the gem from Abdul, would
What do you say? What do you say?
the gem from Abdul he has.
The
I
gem
didn't steal from Abdul.
The
I stole from
obsidian
some
thing.
Lakers.
Onyx, obsidian, whatever.
the thing that you stole from. Yeah, it was this tall, bald woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I still don't feel bad.
Oh, that's right. You tried to steal from Abdul, and he caught you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you could.
He threatened to show me his captain or something.
Okay, very well. So you identify that.
Wait, one second.
sorry.
We have a few more redemptions.
Oh.
Just came in. A party potion from Anarch Dovi. A sorry
Yay.
gift
Happy
for
birthday.
Skrulk.
What for Skrulk?
I'm sorry gift. I believe it was Anarch who had that encounter summoned, right?
Don't even worry about it, homie. I'm cool with whatever happens.
Well, you get a potion of healing,
Okay.
and the dungeon master gets an advantage. Something for the dungeon master as well.
Thank you very
Also
much.
from Anarch.
Thank you, Anarch. Thank you, Anarch.
Anarch has too much
Thank you, Anarch.
experience.
Okay, so Talin, you identify these objects. So as I was saying, it's actually a little skull made of. When you identify it, you realize that this is actually one part of a matched pair, and you realize that whoever has this stone can communicate with whoever has the other stone.
Oh. Nice. This lets you talk to someone who has the other part of this stone.
The best thing to
Yes.
steal from anyone.
There's 2 parts? What?
Yes.
Wait. Shit.
So, whoever you stole this from might just as well know where we are. Or where you are, anyway.
Oh shit.
Well, you don't think that it tells you the position of somebody, but if you speak to the stone, the other stone will repeat the same thing, wherever the other stone is.
Oh shit.
I love, I love the idea that Scroggs accidentally pocket dialed someone like this entire time.
Wow, this guy sounds stoned. Man.
Oh god, there it is.
So,
I'm making a new faction, the Stoners.
Um,
It grants benefits over petrification.
Actually, the silvery sleeping potion. I had written down here page 75.
what
Is
is
that
that?
something?
What is that?
Yeah,
What?
that I found in the Aztec pyramid
Yeah.
dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you made me write down page 75. Is that
Yes.
something I can identify? That potion?
Let's see. I think for that you will more of an alchemist.
Yeah.
Like it's
Okay.
really it's not a magical object. It's
Yeah,
more of a
okay, if it's
component.
not magical, then that's fine.
If
can't
only we
identify.
had an alchemist.
Look, if we get downtime, guys, I won't learn alchemy, but I'll learn something similar.
I can
Or-
brew things with it.
Yeah,
maybe?
I know. Paddy has experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want me to check it? Do you want? Are you sure? Do you want to have the glorious experience of seeing Paddy faint because he drank something wrong?
If you want to try it, you can. I'm not stopping you.
Shouldn't we go to Grassy Cuphoof or whatever his name was?
Oh right, yeah, that guy. Grassy Cup, no.
Although, actually, I
Grassy
was
face.
considering what things to get with my proficiencies. I definitely wanted to get
Holy cup grass.
the whip proficiency,
Of course.
because it would suit my character, both as a drow and as a Indiana Jones knock.
Wannabe.
But yeah, it also says as an option as a second proficiency a tool. Would
Sure.
alchemist's tools be an option?
Of course.
Because that would probably make also sense. I already have cartography, which fits my background best, but alchemy would be quite useful as a mostly spellcasterish character.
Sure. Your choice.
Okay. And I'll take whip proficiency and alchemy tools.
Okay, very well. Then you can make me an alchemy check. Your intelligence.
Dum dum dum.
That's intelligence with proficiency then,
Yes.
right?
That's correct. Normally, if you put it on your character sheet, it will prompt you. Okay, very well. You'd realize that the silvery powder, if mixed with some any liquid, in fact, will create a potion. But according to you, it will create some sort of poison.
Okay.
Is it powder that turns you to stone?
Oh, fuck off, not again.
Okay, so I will change
Only
the
once, shame on you.
description to
And naturally, roll me also an arcana check.
poison. Arcana, yes.
Oh,
Wonderful. Okay. The coloration of the powder reminds you of some gas that came out of a crystal sphere that Scroll smashed in the temple. That started
Right.
to spread some kind of gas. Yeah.
Yes, I remember the sphere.
Yes.
I do too.
Yes. So it could have the same effect.
That sphere, what did that do again?
Very poisonous. Very
yeah.
deadly.
Yeah, I remember it was poisonous, but did we actually see its effect in action? I don't think so, did we?
Yeah, I think we did.
If you remember it, you can say it.
I don't remember it 100%, but I think it did quite a bit of damage.
Okay, very well. Maybe that's probably
I remember it hurting.
good opportunity to go and watch the episode.
Yeah.
Which you can do with our handy
Okay.
little odds.
Yes.
I know what. I know now. I have a pretty powerful poison on me, and
Yes, but it has to be mixed
even
with
even
some
if I
liquid.
don't have the details, I'll
Yeah.
be able to use it.
All right.
Okay.
Scroll. You can see Scroll like opening his mouth once or twice, like, ignore me. I might
Was it-
ask for
was
that
there-
later.
Right.
Was there anything else that had to be identified?
Can you identify my wand real quick? I want to make sure it's a wand of lightning.
It's
Out
a
of
wand of
character,
Philip
I'm-
electrocuted.
I think you already identified that.
I'm pretty sure we already knew what
Yeah,
that
yeah.
did.
We also identified the bracelet, but we didn't know about the curse. I'm just paranoid now. out of character.
Yeah, curses are not killed by the
One more time.
Sure.
Right. So,
Hmm.
are you guys done doing that?
doing
Mhm.
stuff.
Well, Patty
Yeah.
would like to go and check out the harmonium place, kind of.
All right, sure. Okay, so are you going by yourself?
Well, does anyone want to join me and check out the harmonium? Because I kind of liked hitting anarchists in the face.
Hmm.
And apparently
you
you have to be a
want.
member of those guys in order to do that, so...
Yeah.
I'd
Sure,
be
well,
willing
it
to
will
follow.
it will be useful to have a law enforcer on our group.
I'll join you. Mostly to see what they're about.
Posters of Skroak everywhere.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, Skrolk, I did tell them that you wanted to be a hardhead as well.
Wait, you did what?
Yes, I thought it would be a good career move for you.
Do you know what I do in my spare time?
Ah,
You
What do you
sing
do?
ditties to lovely kobold ladies? Serenade them by moonlight?
well,
Serenading was not part of my tribe. What was part of my tribe was stealing from anybody that wasn't us. Do you know how hard it is to get stuff as a kobold? You don't think I was good at sneaking for any other reason to steal, do you?
Well, of course you did.
well,
You're clearly a very honorable little kobold.
I don't
Clearly.
steal from children, and I don't steal from elderly people because they're going
You
to die
haven't
anyway.
stolen my drink yet, so that's quite good. You're better than the average bar person, I mean.
Fair enough. But to be fair, it's just a drink. It's not worth stealing. You can just buy that for like a gold.
See, I like you. I don't know why, but there's this
I
likability
have
about
standards. I have standards like if a rich person were to walk by me, I'd steal their ring. A poor person walks by me, I'm not gonna steal their drink.
you. Right, I'm incredibly poor.
I also don't steal from friends.
Oh.
Most of the time.
Right. So, I'm off to see the harmonium people.
Yeah. So as I understand, like everybody's or
yeah. I'll,
Okay, very well. Well,
I'll
so
go.
it is day X, and if you go out of the Yawning portal, you see that waiting outside of the Yawning portal, as if, I mean, you don't know how long it has been there, but it is there to go out. You see that there is this chariot, in fact. It is attached to like four big lizard creatures. There is a little gnome-like driver on the carriage, and standing at the side of the carriage, you see with his impeccable clothes and his neatly trimmed mustache and goatee and his hair tied in a tail and this beautiful, clearly magical sword at his side, you see the gentleman. And as he sees you coming out of the Yawning
Who
portal,
is this person?
No idea who that is.
Alright.
Yes, we've
Yeah.
met him before, actually.
He's called the
Yeah.
Gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
I
Hello
have
again.
a token for him. This was the gentleman.
Oh, hang on. Leave it up a second longer because I don't have the thingy on. There we go.
That's him. He is clearly human, or at least looks human. And as you come out of the like, I must apologize, my friends. We have not had the occasion to speak again, but my employer has a need to speak to you now.
Right, and I don't know about the others, but I don't think I've had the pleasure of meeting you. What might your name be?
You can call me the gentleman, Master Dwarf.
And you can call me Master Dwarf, gentlemen.
Then we have an agreement.
Any idea what he might want to speak about?
Are you asking him or?
Yeah.
He says, in truth, I am just a messenger. My employer prefers to, deal with his business personally. At the
This
same
is not
time,
gonna end up with us lying in a ditch somewhere on fire, covered in petrol or something.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. In fact, will accept our invitation. I'm about to bring you to the ladies' ward.
That
The ladies' ward being
sounds interesting.
that's like the richest place.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
because rich people never do anything wrong.
He
Never.
smirks when you say that.
Yeah, no, sure, let's go.
Okay.
Well,
You see, he
Anybody else
taps the door of the chariot, which is like the limousine-like black affair of navigated wood with this platinum and silver details that seem to represent something like ancient Greek temples.
So I tap Skrulk on the shoulder and I go like, we just got you out of a petrification spell, right? Try and behave for a bit.
Scroak leans back over, is like, look, nothing has a point. I'm putting my own purpose into this. I'm trying to join a group. I'm trying to get that idea into my head. Look,
All right.
if I steal something, I had no idea.
Okay.
I could get used to traveling like this.
You see that the gentleman seems to have you just said, and I can assure you that my employer rewards very well those that work for them.
Well, I am open to new experiences.
I'm open to new drinks. Does anyone happen to have something rather liquid on them?
Don't you have that jar of bunny juice?
Well, yes, but that is
Bunny
stuff that I
juice.
already know.
Bunny juice. That sounds so bad. Huh? Bunny juice.
Well,
Okay,
bunny juice, freshly squeezed from...
Hold on, I'm gonna go get a name for my mother of a drink. I'll be right back.
What?
But just go random body part and random consistency. You go like milky legs.
All right. So then, if you
Custardy
accept
toes.
the ride, that there is place enough for inside the carriage. The gentleman does not sit with you in the carriage, but stays outside. And you do have control through sigil to the ladies' ward. In fact, you are going to the noble district. So if you look at the map, that
Yes.
yeah, it's
Top left.
Top left, exactly. In fact, you are going to the very, very top left, where you see that the arrow points, where actually the point of the arrow is. Yeah, that red place there. Yep, that's the place.
Sadaris Manor.
That is correct, yes. Actually, you see that clearly as you move in that direction, you pass by Court District, you see that the place here, it starts to look much better. You see a lot more presence of Harmonium patrols in this place. In fact, I think you even do pass by the barracks. You may,
Cottontail.
yeah, you do pass by the barracks on here. Clearly, the Hall of Justice. Um, Streets are starting to get cobbled. It's what almost seems to be marble. Here and there, you still see some razor vine. Here, there is also a lot more dabuses, dabai, this weird creature on the streets of Sigil, repairing and taking care of the city itself, and speaking in rebuses. Um, until you reach this titanic building. You see, it looks almost like a little citadel inside of Sigil. All of it carefully maintained. You see several dabus outside of this manor itself. The place has something of apart from being really of gigantic proportion. You think, a little town could live in this palace, and clearly the opulence of it's something that you have not seen before. For sure, not in Sigil, but I would say for most of you also not whatever world you are coming from.
Not in this life.
Not in this life.
Does it look like it's dwarven made?
Roll me his
Oh,
with
does
advantage.
it look old? Yes, or
It does look. You can both roll me a history. Okay, Paddy. It clearly there is something of dwarven manufacturing here. Mostly
That's
in the
rough.
fact that the details and the care that has been
Oh,
put
wait.
in constructing this place. Yeah, you're also resistant to poison, which is so almost important.
That's the one I wanted to click.
It's always important to know. So clearly there has been dwarven hands at work here. Probably the
So
best artisan
plus
that money can buy.
5.
And Tarlin, you have this feeling that the place is ancient, even though it has been taken care of during years. You think that there is the aura of millennia stones.
yeah. So it still looks well taken care of, but
Yes,
it's at least as old as some of the ruins I've been to.
Right.
absolutely.
Interesting.
If you look at that curve, that's clearly dwarven make right there.
Yeah.
These guys must be loaded.
Yeah, just keeping this kind of architecture
No, being able to pay
going
dwarves
in
to
this
come
kind
here.
of state through the ages, that must cost a fortune in maintenance.
Well, dwarven craft really doesn't need that much maintenance.
Yeah, but I've seen some dwarven ruins that were quite ruined, to be honest.
Which is generally due to orcs and stuff.
So for us normal people,
Probably.
what does this have to do with anything?
Yes.
That's up to
It's
you.
pretty
It
to
means
look
that
at.
the guy is rich and this place is old.
How rich are we speaking here? Like,
It can fit a small village inside.
alright, so at least a lord of an area. I can work with that.
All right. So the carriage enters in the domain. There is some huge garden outside of the entrance proper. The gnome and the carriage stay outside, of course, and the gentleman escorts you in the manor. It does not look like it doesn't ask you for your weapon or for any precaution. In fact, to be taken, it doesn't take away your magic components or anything. Inside the hall, you see several servants. Many of them are actually aspers, so they are angelic creatures, humanoids with angelic blood in them. Until you reach some double doors that are in front of which are two angelic creatures with wings. Although, for those of you that understand this kind of, the creatures have the They look like angels. In fact, they are tall and powerful, and they have wings. But that aura of innate celestial goodness does not emanate from them. And the gentleman seems to address them as some kind of bodyguards, in fact. And he says that you are expected. So the two winged creatures, they open the doors for you, and they let you inside this room. Together with you is also the gentleman. You are escorted in this gigantic hall. There is furniture, like couches and
Luckily enough.
pillows. Yeah, couches and pillows and tapestries. Everything is of great luxury. It seems like you are inside the throne of a king. Though the light does not illuminate the farthest end of the room, which seems to be at least 200 feet, and you do not see how tall it is. The gentleman looks at you and he says, "Now, maybe there is something I do have to tell you. My employer does appreciate boldness and understands that adventurers, planewalkers, they are a proud bunch. Yes, you have certainly fought dangers, you have certainly fought terrible monsters, and you have survived to tell the tale. And we all appreciate this. At the same time, the one suggestion I can give you in dealing with my employer is show respect, and you will receive respect.
All right.
All right."
So,
This I can do.
He steps a bit forward and he looks first in front of him and then above into the darkness. And he
meanwhile,
says,
I would like to put down my maul.
"All right, you do that." And he looks up into the darkness and he says, "Almighty Zadara, as you have commanded, here they are." And then he steps aside and makes goes on one knee, actually. Then you see that the room, the opposite side of the room, starts to get illuminated, and you start to see, the light moving from where you are forward to illuminate the rest of the room. And you start to see what you think is maybe some kind of statue, a huge foot, like 2 meters long, and then you see an ankle, and then a knee. And then you see, in the end, when all the light inside the room, you see this gigantically proportioned woman. She can easily be, I don't know,
Massive Yorks.
15 meters tall, 5 floors tall. And she's sitting at this moment on this kind of titanic marble throne. Her skin is darker, almost some kind of intense brown. Her lips are full. Her long hair are black. She's dressed with clothes that seem to be made of stars in a way. She's of gigantic titanic proportions, and she looks at you, and you look up at her like you are looking upon a god.
Lady, as you have summoned for us, we have arrived.
I will give
Hi.
a deep bow.
I'm
Yes.
on my knee, so.
All right.
I don't get on my knees, but Shisa will give a bow and say,
Yes, what a magnificent creature you are.
Scroll just says hello. He doesn't do anything special.
Okay.
Squashed.
She looks down at you because she can't do eyes to see you. Maybe I even have a picture here, which I will put as usual on Twitch and on 20. And she looks down at you and she says, "Welcome, visitors, and thank you for having accepted my invitation." Her voice
Very
seems
least we can do.
completely fill this gigantic hall, of course, and she does seem to speak. The quality of her voice is that you have heard before. Clearly, now in Sigil you have met creatures that do not belong to your words, to your prime words. She clearly seems to be from a different level of existence. I would say Tallinn, roll me a history check.
Those of you good in history, only Tarlin.
No, it's not only about being good in history, but also kind of background. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
You have-
this one.
Maybe you are so completely astonished by her existence that you can't really wrap your mind around what is this.
Could Skrulk try a history check? He did worship an Astro Dragon.
Yeah, I know, but that's something else.
Maybe. Figured I'd try.
You may be figuring it out. Anyhow, so she thanks you for having come here, and she says, "I have been watching you since you have arrived, Sigil.
I hope I haven't caused you great embarrassment then.
I hope you've enjoyed the performance.
I'm sure you enjoyed the show.
Unfortunately, I do not leave my palace often. In fact, almost never, as it is the curse of my people. In a way, even when we are free, we are still caged."
And who? Tell us of your people, lady.
Well,
if you can.
Once we would converse with the gods at the same level, but that was the past. Eons and eons in the past. We do not seek that anymore. Me, I am seeking for something that often escapes both mortals and gods, but I think I have found it in you.
Interesting.
See, gods, each of them, in a way or another, they believe they have control aspect of the life of the mortals. The god of the sun, the god of the sea, the god of war. I think they missed the point. I seek something else in mortals, and I encourage something else in mortals. Where they see servants, I see potential. That falls under my purview. The potential that is inside each of you mortals. Now you are on a quest, is it not so?
Yes.
You're looking for something.
Some things, indeed.
Yes.
The quints.
Yeah. The gentleman makes a ears.
Right.
And he's actually amused by what. And she says, "You are seeking this, is it not?" And you see that she moves a hand in your direction, and something extremely tiny comes out of her hand,
Coin shaped.
and that floats very near to where you are, and it is indeed coin. And you realize it is the fourth coin of the god of death.
What deal do you seek for this coin?
I have not made any deal with the gods, because me and the gods, we do not see each other kindly. And so, even though I have this treasure, I do not wish to keep it. In fact, that is the reason you are here.
Yes, but I sense that you have need of our potential.
You sense correctly, Shisa. I think you are the right ones that can earn this coin by showing your potential and provide me with what I want.
Which is...
So what do you want?
Please be a cocktail. Please be a cocktail. Please be a cocktail.
There was once
Shite, it's not a
a
cocktail.
mage called Keraptis in one of the prime worlds. Keraptis was not only an art wizard, but also a collector of sorts.
Yes.
In his tomb, or shall I call it its death trap, he has stored 3 powerful magical weapons that I seek to add to my collection. I have the key, I have the portal, and I have a reward for you. And then you see the coin goes back to her hand.
You want all 3 weapons, is that correct?
See, these weapons are not just magical weapons, they are friends. They will not accept to be separated one from the others. So yes, I must have them all 3.
Strange.
Right,
Tell
so
us more of them, that we might easily find them.
would they be stored in the same room then?
Complex. Surely. An
What if they don't
archmage
wanna
is
be
not going to
separate?
put it all in one place.
I also find that unlikely.
So this was a death trap?
Yes, your specialty, Skrook.
Yeah, this is really worrying. I'm usually the one to get hit by death traps. Do you have any idea how bad this death trap is? So I can prepare myself not to do the first part of that trap?
She says, I
Just
do
a
not
man
have
in a dress.
any information about the content of the tomb. I only know that the weapons are there.
Damn it.
And I shall bargain the weapons for the coin. Whatever else you find in Kerap tomb, I am not interested in.
I see.
It is a 3-for-1 deal.
Now that is the question. How much do you care about the coin? I know of its power. I know of Shadow Throne. He has tried to make the same deal with me. But I believe in my potential. What I seek to achieve, I will achieve by myself. I do not need a god to give it to me.
Right.
And I believe in your potential. Maybe
Sounds
during
valid.
your quests, you will realize what you have asked of Shadow Throne. It was within your grasp all along. And maybe one day, when you decide to go, they see her voice almost changes tone, against the gods. Then you will find a friend in Zadara.
I suppose that depends upon how well we show our potential.
I hope you do not disappoint me.
Well, we
Well,
haven't
if it's
failed up till
truly a
now.
death trap, then I believe if we disappoint you, we won't be back anyway.
Let's be real. I'm gonna be the one to die to this trap, aren't I?
No,
God
you're
damn it.
not going to
Yeah.
die, Scroll. We're right here to
Damn it.
protect you.
Well,
You fall in a pit and we'll pull
Just-
you out again.
see it as your way of earning your keep.
You
As a
know,
s-
damn it.
I'm very well acquainted with
stressed.
damn it.
We've kept you alive this far.
Anyway,
Yeah.
as
Very touch and go.
yes, but you made it back. And more importantly, as a sensate, I feel obliged to experience what you are offering. So, for my part,
death
I
trap.
say yes. I should
Yes,
do this.
let's visit this tomb and conquer it.
Well,
I shouldn't have stayed a statue.
a mighty ally would never go awry, right?
Yes.
So I
She
mean, as
says,
well.
you only need one ally in Sin, and that is me.
I'm looking forward to the experience.
Very well. Then I suggest that before you leave, you take care of whatever business you still have to take care of here in Sigil. For there is no way of
Past
knowing.
will and testament.
Well,
Also
May I-
learn to write.
May I ask you a question? What was her name again? I'm bad with names.
Zadara,
Zadara. May I ask you one question?
ask.
If you don't very much like the gods and stuff, if I remember right, someone said this place was controlled by a god or something whose name we can't say or what have you.
The
Why
lady.
here?
She's not a goddess. In fact,
No.
if you would call her such, you will probably not wake up. She simply is. Someone says that she is Sid. And just like me, she does not like the gods.
Oh, right. I also have a question. What
Ask.
is your favorite drink?
She
Don't have the money.
smiles. She smiles. And she says, I have tasted ambrosia. I have a weakness for it.
Alright.
Wolf's gonna lean over to the good dwarf and say, I don't think we have enough money to buy a drink big enough.
Well, I know, but if we find it, it might be nice to bring her back some.
You plan to drain an ocean?
You are a brewer, are you not?
Of
Paddy?
course.
And I believe in your potential to brew something that will.
Probably not
Maybe-
ambrosia.
Ambrosia, you said,
For
right?
me.
So I take the jug, I go like, might as well try this. Ambrosia!
Well, I guess judging by what Jack can do, you can choose between wine and honey, or a combination of the two.
Mead.
Just like
Yeah, mead.
honey pours out of my hand, like, this is
Yeah.
probably not it. Ah well, the search goes on.
Very well. I believe in your potential, Paddy. Now, if you do not have any further questions,
Yes, we will return as soon as our immediate business is concerned and
Yes.
finished.
until your quest is finished, I do not think we shall meet again. But for everything that you may need, she points down to the gentleman.
Of course.
The gentleman is my most trusted servant. He
Hmm.
will take care of you.
Wasn't he on the list of people to sell shit to?
People?
He was
Yes.
one of our potential contacts as well for the trade.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe worth talking to him because maybe he can
Yeah.
do a quicker trade.
Yeah.
Sure.
Fuck it.
So you excuse yourselves?
Yes. when we're allowed
Let
to.
us talk to your
You see that
Gentlemen.
the lights start to again, and it's you outside and back into the main hall. There is already some drinks and some.
Before we go our own way, dear gentlemen,
Yes.
I was told you might be interested in trading magical items as well.
Oh yes, you told me you had some trinkets that you want to get rid of.
We've been doing the rounds in the city, see for good trade, but I was
Um,
told that you might be a worthwhile person to discuss this with as well.
Yes, the main difference you will find in whatever whomever you asked for. I mean, if you ask to make a trade to exchange magical items for, then you might have more luck at a magical item shop. We trade in platinum. So if you tell me what you want to sell, I can give you money.
I will look at Shisa and Scroll. I'm more inclined to take the trade from the friendly fiend in that case. I have more coin than I know what to spend it on right now.
Very well, I suppose. I do wish to upgrade my armor to be more complete. But
Yes, I will. I would like to find a quality leather worker as well in town.
Right.
Indeed.
Gentlemen, could he actually recommend a leather worker?
A leather worker, you say?
Yes, one of the better ones, and maybe not someone with too many morals.
what, what kind? What kind of leather do you want to work with?
Well, I will. Well, if you don't mind, I will show you, and I will show him the human skin, the tanned human skin I collected in
I see.
the last dungeon.
That is fine. Say. I do know a tanner in the lower ward. Tavrat Sholmok. He may be the kind of person that you are.
Tavral Sholmok.
Tavrat Sholmok.
Tavrat. Okay.
Yes.
May I ask if you know anybody who's good in the thief trade?
In the thief trade,
Sneaking, disarming traps, snatching
is,
things for people's purposes.
there is several experts in the hive and in the lower ward. Are you looking for a guild, or are you looking for a person to?
Someone who could give me a bit of training and might know people who can help me acquire more items to help in that trade as well.
Well, I would say that three may be one of the persons you would want to approach in that case.
Rule of three.
A rule of three.
Skrull will kind of like look around like on his person for something. He's like, ah, there we go. Pulls out like this tiny little scrap of paper. It looks like it's had like ton of writing on it, and he just like marked it out or just like wiped it away or whatever he's needed to do, and just writes that down real quick.
All
Got
right. Well, when you mention rule of three, I think that
At the Yawning portal.
Tarling already had some dealings.
Yes, we've already spoken to him.
Yes. He's in a club called the
The
the Styx Horseman.
Yeah, and his token is actually in the Yawning.
Yeah, he was also in the.
I don't think Skrull's met him.
I think you were Mercy. I think.
Yeah, I think
I'm
I was
not.
Mercy.
Yeah, I think he was Mercy.
Yeah.
And
I
she's
honestly don't
also
remember this
there,
guy.
I believe. When we
I
went.
think so.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you were speaking to the agent at the time when I went to the Styx Oarsman with.
Could be.
Yeah, with Mercy and with Olbis.
I honestly can't remember that, but I'll take your word for it.
Well, there is a very useful blog that you can.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure our dear DM will link it at the end of the
Yes,
session.
Rule of 3. I remember him. He sounded like a trustworthy fellow to make a deal with, but at a cost, as any
That's a fact.
deal should be.
Very well.
Hopefully an equivalent cost. I don't want to go too out of the pocket for it.
Hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Then, would you like to get money for your item? To get items for item.
I
let's
think
head
we'll just go to
back
Akeem.
to
Yeah.
Akeem, right?
To Akeem. Okay.
I think the bag of holding will especially be useful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then okay. Maybe we already had deals in place, so if you want
Yeah.
the exchange and go
Yeah.
on. Do you remember what you were promised?
Yes,
Uh,
bag of holding, a scroll of Phantom Steed for me with inks to write it down,
All right.
and I actually believe that was it.
Okay.
there was an
Did I
amulet
miss
of some
anything?
type of resistance. There was some type of amulet of
Yeah,
resistance against.
right. There was something else.
An amulet of transmutation that we could go into a abyssal plane and not randomly die to poison or something.
Mm-hmm. I think it gave you resistances to anything airborne, or something like that.
Oh right, yes, the
An amulet of,
adaptation.
Adaptation.
Yes,
Necklace.
There
of
you go.
that did sound useful for Play No Trouble.
Mm-hmm.
We were mainly interested in that because we wanted to harvest the Bathorian steel, and then we would have to go
Yep.
to some
Yeah,
hell
remember.
place. And...
Okay. Okay, and in exchange you're giving him all, right?
Yeah.
So I can delete that. Right?
Yeah, while I'm there, I'll also ask if he maybe has a set of alchemy tools, or yeah, if he
Yeah, you can
doesn't,
buy that at the.
sure. How much would it cost? Do you know? Or
For you, 50 gold,
okay,
I guess.
done.
Okay, just a question. Squawk,
Yes.
do you have written on your character sheet balance of harmony?
I believe I do not.
Okay, so write it down because I see that you have it.
I think I accidentally took it off when we were talking about. Yep. All right, it's on there now.
It's on there now. Okay, very well.
Okay.
And okay, so this is
Okay. I've written down the spell. I'll write it down in my book the first chance we have.
Yep. All right, so this is
It
there.
should take me 3
And
hours. So.
Tarling, do you have on your character sheet a mirror of past?
Yes.
Okay, then I will take it out of there. Right. So the viewer keeping. So I can delete this. And the consumables, what are you guys doing with that?
We're
I see
keeping
there
it.
is still a lot just on someone. Okay, I suppose that now somebody has a bag of holding, right?
It will go into the bag of holding, yeah.
Okay, so just tell me who is keeping the bag of holding, and then I will consider this stuff is in the bag of holding, right?
Who wants to carry it?
Shisa made a deal for the bag of holding, so I'm okay if she carries it.
It's quite heavy though, it's 15 pounds. Shisa will give it to Jorrit. Sorry, Paddy.
To Patty. Okay.
Yeah.
Jorrit would be most happy to. No, like I think I can carry more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So okay, so bag of holding.
I would definitely carry it, but I get myself in very shitty situations,
Okay.
as is the custom for any rogue I've ever made. It's our job. It's our job.
Okay, and you have 2 amulets of protections against turning undead. You also gave that away, I think.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah,
part
right.
of the sell items.
That was part of this thing, eh? And the Wand of Entangle.
I believe that was also part of the deal.
Was no one using that?
I think there's going
No.
to be quite a happy fiend
Okay.
after
It
this
is,
trade.
yeah. It is. It has to be attuned. You were
Yeah,
using
that's
it,
why I got rid
Yeah.
of it. But
Yeah.
I thought someone else had taken it.
I can't
Okay.
take it. I think I'm at my attunement.
Anybody that can cast. Do it. So
Yeah, no, I'm out of attunement slots. So
look at you guys, full of items. Yes, Croc, you're also fully.
I believe so. So I've got the bracelet, the wand of lightning,
And the gloves of missile snaring.
and the gloves of missile staring.
I've got an axe
Which is good.
and a bag.
Okay, then that's it. This stuff is gone. Nice. Okay, that said, you got your stuff.
I am randomly accosting people from the harmonium still.
Yeah, that's no, but I was still to do these things. So we'll do this. We still have an hour, so that's fine. Okay. Don't need this. We don't need this.
Hello, officer. Good job. Keep the streets safe.
And we don't need this. Okay, I think you should all have your doing about later. So that said, then the gentleman will escort you last ride wherever you want to go. Just one ride. So where do you want to go first? Probably to Akin, I guess. So you can
Yeah.
fix your problems. And then you still want to go and harmonium, yes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do.
And you do, yeah. All right. So the harmonium guys, their headquarter is the barracks.
Oh, so we're very close.
Yeah, it's in the ladies' ward, the city barracks. There.
I guess we passed by there before we head to the.
Yeah, in fact, yeah, you will probably be there from the split behind the. Okay.
Well-
So yeah, in the boulevard of the fist, as you can see. On top, yeah, there. That's Ladies Row, Boulevard of the Fist, Arcadia Boulevard. Yeah. Okay, so Patty,
Yes.
as you get nearer to the barracks, which is the headquarters of the Harmonium, clearly you start to see more and more presence of this red armored.
Make sure my mail
burly
is
men and
somewhat
women.
clean.
Ah, nice. Very well, very well. And you actually do see that proximity of the barracks, there is several of these men clad in red, men and women clad in red armor that are actually giving away recruitment pamphlets. It looks a bit like recruitment day at the Marines, where they have this desk and go there asking for information. Pamphlet where there is all about the Harmonium wants you, and
Well,
things
Patty
like that.
feels personally addressed. It's quite the interesting thing.
All right.
People rarely want Patty around, so.
So yeah, when you do present yourself there, it's a burly man with a friendly face that looks at you and immediately tells you, "Your beard is the right color, boy."
As is the tassel on my hair.
It is indeed. You look like the kind of person that wants to bring law to this city.
Well, yes, I had a run-in with anarchists. It was very unpleasant, and the people that came and saved us were Harmonium, and that seemed like a very interesting thing to join up with.
Oh, well, yes. You could do much worse than join the Harmonium, of course. You must know that it is thanks to us that this city can function properly.
Well,
If it
yes,
wasn't
that's what they said.
If it wasn't for the Harmonium, the whole city would fall into chaos. Imagine if the Saositecs had their way, or the Anarchists, or the members of the Free League. Free League! What kind of troublemakers would call their own faction the Free League?
They must be slightly mental.
Ah, yes, yes. You ask me, they all belong to the gatehouse, same as those blinkers, crazy
Hey.
bubbers.
Whoa.
Yes.
He,
Exactly.
he looked down and she was scrolled. Are you also looking for to join the Harmonium, little fella?
No, he's here to provide me moral support.
Yeah, moral
To make
support.
sure that I do the right thing for the city.
Oh well, but you are doing the right thing, friend. You are here at the barracks. There is no other place to do best thing.
Yeah, he needs to get out a little bit more. He spends too much time drinking. Not good for him. Not good for his liver.
Drinking, you say? Well, after a hard day of work, bringing justice and law in the city, clearly we all deserve a drink.
Yeah, it's
Hurrah!
thirsty work.
See, I like these men more every second I spend with them.
Skrulk pats him on the back. It's like, there you go, buddy. There you go. Grab it by the tail. Run with it.
Here, have a pamphlet.
I take it. What is on the pamphlet?
So on the pamphlet, there is the description of the main belief of
Hit things overhead when they are lawless.
the, what?
Hit things overhead when they are lawless.
That is for sure, of course.
Pretty okay at that, I think.
But most importantly, they are very adamant on one. The main goal of the Harmonium is peace. But it's also true that it takes a little work to get others to see the things the right way,
Peace through violent oppression.
which is of course the Harmonium way. Huh?
Which is kind of Irish as well, so.
Yeah. And then when everybody thinks the way the Harmonium sees things, then we will have reached golden harmony.
Right. Makes perfect sense to me.
The pamphlet also goes to show how, in their goes to tell how their native prime material world, the Harmonium have completely dominated the entire planet. Thanks to a man called Factol Sarin, who has then decided to leave their world and come to Sigil to bring law not only to this city but to the multiverse. And he will
Ambitious.
do that the help of all the valorous, just, and brave men and women that will join the Harmonium. And then, of course, there is this drawing of Factol Sarin, an imposing man with dark skin, pointing his finger and saying, Factol Sarin, it's you.
Well, yes, obviously he does.
Yes.
So where do I sign up?
He says, very well. I see that you are you already made up your mind. In fact, it is as easy as sign up. It seems. The only thing that will be required of you is that every 4 weeks. So I would say, in your case. Okay, yeah. Apparently there was just an indoctrination speech, not. So, in a maximum of another 4 weeks, be earlier, there will be an indoctrination speech from Factol Sarin himself. Huh? And that's where all the recruits that have been gathering for the previous month or previous 4 weeks, they will get their speech and then they will be shipped off to the training camps on Buxenus. Buxenus being the second layer of the plane of Arcadia, which is the sister plane of the Harmonium. You can all make me either a history or arcana check.
19.
That's a good game for me.
Whenever this History or Arcana. They're both equally as terrible options.
But I see with this deluge of 19s, between the three of you, you know that Arcadia is the plane aligned with law and neutrality, but with tendency to good. Just to explain it to you, the pure law and neutrality would be the plane of Mechanus, so unconditional law, while the law that the harmonium wants to bring forth, even though it's not the same goody law of heaven, it's in a way milder than complete absolute we are the bug and resistance is futile. Okay? In fact, the harmonium has good intentions. They just go around it with kind of a heavy hand, which is a bit what law enforcement does around so yeah, the idea is this. You will get the pamphlets, you will start hanging around the barracks and possibly getting to know your harmonium pals, but between this and 4 weeks, you, and if you want you can bring your friends with you, you will go to training camp on Arcadia itself.
And how long would this training take?
Now, what is written on the pamphlets is that the training be like 8 weeks of grueling boot camp, where most people drop out because it's just too intense for them. But you being a seasoned adventurer, and you being a hero, and you being a person that every 3 weeks different dungeon, it's possible that when they ship you to Arcadia, there would be some special thing for you to do that could shorten this training time in one bout of extreme violence and heroin, where you can show that you really are harmonium material.
So I turn to my
Okay.
friends and I go, how do you all feel about a short bout of extreme violence?
This ain't our thing. This is your thing. How do you feel about it?
Well,
I tend to hit
enjoy
things with a hammer.
violence.
you supported me in clearing that squad, so it would be fair.
Right?
I mean,
Sounds
Yeah.
fair to me.
I don't think you could take him back up, but good luck if you can't. Skrulk then leans over. Or you can just smuggle me in your backpack.
Okay, if you seem to be interested,
Bag of
They have
holding
just-
with a necklace of adaptation.
if you seem to be interested in what they have just, since you seem to be more heavily armored than the average armor, they suppose that you will want to keep your armor instead of receiving a chainmail from them.
We could dye it red and it will go faster.
That's exactly what they wanted to do. Like, there is a guy with a bucket of red paint, and he was just ready to give you a full service.
It's just an orc with red
I
paint.
like getting fully serviced.
Very well. So he will do just that. You are not yet a full member of the Harmonium. You will be a notary. In fact,
Alrighty.
yes, already.
Take note of that.
Take note of that.
Duly notaried. Noted.
Duly notaried, yes. But they already trust that you will keep the beliefs of the Harmonium. So to pacify those that are too violent, and to make sure that that laws are upheld, upholded, upheld, yes. All right, that must be the easiest recruitment ever, thinks the guy behind the counter.
Well,
And
yes.
he will be waiting for you for the indoctrinations. We note down an indoctrination speech from you.
But that wasn't for a while.
Yeah, it will be in some weeks. But okay, you know what? We will see when you come back.
Yep, I figured.
If we
Yeah.
survive.
If you
Get
if you come
inducted.
back, sorry.
If we come back, I also gotta remember to do that bleeder thing. I keep putting it off.
All right. Do we have
After
some
bleeder
more
thing.
loose hands here?
Yes, I will hire a tout to get me to Tavrat Cholmok.
Tavrat Cholmok. Okay, very well. Tavrat Cholmok. Hop. So yeah, he is on Tanner's Lane. In fact, you see the Found District just north west of the Foundry. Is Tanner's Lane, or Ben? If you write down Tavrat in the search, it will with you there.
Got it.
You got it? Okay, very well. And yes, indeed, he is.
It's actually not that far. Well, yeah, the map is on the map. It looks not that far, but I guess it is.
Yeah, but it's on the way back to the Yawning portal.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. That's fine.
Don't forget that we still have to visit the Fiend because this was an in-between.
Yeah, but I think we're kind of going into like days of downtime sort of thing.
already.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all, yeah.
We
It
accept
Yeah,
takes
I've just
time.
written down the trade, so.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So yeah, Tavrat Chol. In fact, Tavrat himself, the guy, the guy handling the tannery seems to be a full-blooded demon.
Right.
Devil. So, excuse me, devil. There is a difference. A full-blooded
Even
devil,
better.
covered in
Blood.
horns all over his body, only on his head, but also on his arms and back and legs. A
Horny
corporeal
devil.
yeah, an horny devil. And clearly he has no problem at all in dealing with human skin, if that's what you're. In fact, he judges you to be a connoisseur of the very good skin that can get crafted into a whip.
Yes. Oh, I would like this to be made into a good whip. How much time and money would it take?
So you have been dealing with fiends before. He also has this unsettling trait where he moves his mouth in a way, and then sound comes straight in your mind with this telepathy. How much will it take? If it's just one whip, he says in a couple of days, maybe one day, it will already be ready.
Good. I will be out of town for a few days on an adventure.
But I would say,
I will collect it when I get back.
yeah, what I'm saying is you can get it before. That's what you
Ah, okay.
we're just stretching the time here. Stuff
Yeah.
you did.
All right.
your
Sure. Yeah.
staying
If I
fiction.
can get it done
So,
before, then even better.
Yes. So yeah, since it is skin, though, it will cost you something like 10 gold pieces.
All
to do
right.
construction. Yeah.
Sure.
But in the end, you will have this thing. You know what you can do? Roll me an Arcana check.
It was a haunted butt plug up.
All right. No, that's fine. You see that since it's made of human, and it's forged then by a devil, your whip will inflict one additional point of psychic damage, which is basically the terror that people feel you hit them with that whip, knowing that it's made of human skin.
Right.
It isn't magical per se, but it emanates fear.
Like every time you hit someone with it, just go like, I'm smacking you with my grandmother's own skin.
Something like that, which is gross.
Get him on, Patania!
It's gross and terrible. All right. Any more loose hands?
And just had a question about. We'll deal with it later, though.
What is it?
We can deal with it later, though, if you want.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. Okay.
We can do the bleakers when we get back from this adventure.
Yeah,
Right
10
now.
minutes will probably not be enough for
Oh.
that. Okay, then our heroes have been in Sigil a long time. They've made friends, maybe some enemies, find a patron, maybe found their end. But one way or another, they are on their way to acquire the fourth coin of Shantor. Will they succeed, or will they perish in whatever death trap Zadara has sent them to? We will only know in the next episode of Tales from the Yawning Portal, an epic campaign by all of you.
Hey.
This is where we're gonna stop tonight. I need a drink. All right. So, anybody wants to say something before I thank everyone tonight?
Yes, link your blog in the chat so that people can follow easily.
Sure.
Yes.
Let's do that. I will do that. I'm almost ready, and I am now ready. That's it. That's the link to the blog.
Yep. Sweet. And then we
We'll
should be
adding more
back.
information.
Most of us should be back on Monday night. Well, I know we all here will be back because someone is a number one fan.
I am a very, very avid watcher. I can't wait to see what crazy things my new friends pull out of their hats.
Yes, so that should be interesting. Back, we're speaking of Princess of the Apocalypse, our alternating Monday night campaign. So the
And I have
Punday
almost saved
nights
up
will
enough.
return.
The
I have
Punday night.
almost saved up
Official.
enough to do the NPC encounter thingy.
Yes,
That's my
So
current
get
goal.
ready, Ben. Get something prepared.
we need to talk more about that. Yes, we'll make it happen.
I still need about 100 XP for that, so that's only going to be like in 2 sessions time or so.
All right. Okay, then I
Well,
would like
I
to
think
thank.
you get 1 XP per minute.
Oh yeah, yeah. You just need to watch one full.
Leave the stream on. Just watch
Yeah,
DDO
leave it
tomorrow.
stream on, yeah. Okay, then thank everyone that's following us. Thank players, you're always awesome, and thanks Wizard of the Coast. I guess you do it one way or another, and we will see each other then next week and in 2 weeks. And this is it for tonight. Good night, everyone.
Bye,
And is it
guys.
Monday yet?
Bye.
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 Yeah,
Bye.
bye.